Okay, welcome. In this video, we're going to fill out a certificate of formation. This is for your LLC to file with the Secretary of State's office. This is the only document that you file with the Secretary of State's office. Every other document that we're going to talk about today, when we're forming our LLC, those are filed internally. So this is the only one that we file with Secretary of State's office. So I'm going to walk you through this one. I'm going to fill out one right here. As we talked about our initial information. So our registered agent, all of our member and manager information, names, etc. We've got all the information ready to go, and now we're going to fill out this document. So looking here, we've got Form 205 for a limited liability company. These first few pages are going to go through instructions. You have instructions here. I'm also going to give you some instructions. You can use these. You can look back through here if you didn't see anything that you wanted to make sure that you had an answer for it. You can go back through these instructions here. This is going to be not filed. This is the only one that you will file. So starting here where it says Form 205, Certificate of Formation, Limited Liability Company with the Texas State seal here, that is going to be the start of the document that you file, okay? So Article 1, entity name and type. We're going to put our entity name in here, and I'm going to do Nate Lemonade Stand, LLC. So we want to make sure we have LLC when we're doing this here, either LLC or LC for limited company, or we can spell out limited liability company. But we're just going to have Nate's Lemonade Stand right here. And then I go to registered agent. If we have an organization that we're using, we're going to check this box. So if we're using Texas Registered Agent, here we go, Texas Registered Agents or Registered Agents Incorporated. We're going to keep that there for the organization. But for mine, I'm going to be my own registered agent. Nothing wrong with being your own registered agent. You can do that if you would like. I'm going to check this box. For the initial registered agent is an individual resident of the state. So we've got Nate Gilbert. And our street address, we're going to use our office address here. Perfect. Article 3, governing authority. We've talked about manager versus member managed LLCs. We are going to do manager managed LLCs. We like the manager section there. We want to do that. So the limited liability company has managers. Section A here, we're going to check that box and put in the information for our first manager. So it's going to be Nate Gilbert. And if it's an organization, if you've got a Wyoming LLC or you have another LLC that you want to have be the manager for this, you would put that organization name there. The address, we're going to use our office address again. And remember, this address can be a PO box if you want it to be. So it can be a PO box, it can be a virtual address, however you want it, we can set that up. 249, beautiful. If you have an additional manager you want to list here, you can list up to 3 on this form. Purpose, even though we talked about purpose, they've already got the purpose here for us. So this is for transaction of any and all lawful purposes for which a limited liability company may be organized under the Texas Business Organizations Code. When we are looking at this initial mailing address, again, this can be a PO box. So if we say this one's going to be a PO box, right? This is one that we check all the time, PO Box 1234 here in San Antonio, Texas 78249 in the USA. So this can be a PO box. It needs to be somewhere that you check regularly. They are going to send you information about your LLC, especially for the Texas Comptroller's Office. The Texas Comptroller's Office is going to send you information for the franchise tax information. You will need to file franchise tax reports. You don't owe franchise tax unless you make over $1 million, or I think the actual number is $2.4 million this year. You still need to file every single year, even if you don't owe any tax. It should take, roughly 3 or 4 minutes to do. It's very simple. Just make sure that you do file that every single year. They're going to send you that information to this mailing address that you provide. Next section is supplemental provisions. We won't add anything here for our LLC today. The organizer is the name and address of the individual that is organizing the LLC. So again, it's going to be Nate Gilbert. Effectiveness of filing. For our purposes today, you're definitely going to want to check this A box. And this document becomes effective when the document is filed by the Secretary of State. You may check B or C if you would like to do something different where the LLC is only going to be effective at a later date, and you can put that time here as long as it's within 90 days. So if we wanted it to start on May 1st of 2024, if we wanted to have it take effect at a later date, we can do that. We're going to have it be effective when the document is filed, so I'll go ahead and erase that. Now for execution, we're going to put today's date. Perfect. And we're going to type out the name of the organizer, Nate Gilbert. Now, you can print this or you can reset the whole form. If you print, these boxes will disappear. If you print, you can sign. You can also electronically sign this if you have an Adobe suite that you can sign with there and submit it electronically on the Secretary of State upload system. The Secretary of State upload system will take this whole form as long as it is signed and dated. You can submit it on there. You can also print this out, sign it, and mail it. If you do decide to mail the print version of the form, you will need to include a check for the filing fee of $300. If you file it online through the upload system, you'll pay with a credit card or debit card through their system. But that is the certificate of formation that you will file with the Secretary of State. This is our first step. We're already done with it. You've got certificate of formation in your hands, ready to go. If you have any other questions, like I said, go back through the instructions on the first few pages that you're not going to file, and they're probably going to answer that one there. I also have some other articles on certificates of formation and what to file with Secretary of State. If you want to look on the website for other articles or videos, those are available. As soon as you're ready and comfortable to file this, go ahead and get it filed if you want to do it online or send it in the mail. And then we can get started with our other corporate governance documents, our operating agreement, and our buy-sell agreement. And I'll see you in those videos.